So earlier this week, it was on Monday actually, we brought you the heartbreaking story of a Montreal man who had given up. He wanted to end his life. He was seeking medically assisted death because of the poor health care he was getting at home. There had been a change in the way the CLSC was giving him care, and it had left him just feeling hopeless. The good news is there is a happy ending to this story. I read you the email that we received from Jacques, but I thought, you know what, let's hear it from himself. Jacques Comeau is a retired art therapist. He's from right here in Montreal. He's quadriplegic. He uses a wheelchair, and he joins us again now. Hello, Jacques.
Hi, Natasha.
Oh, it's so good to talk to you again. I can't tell you when we got your email. Oh, Jacques.
Thank you so much.
Goodness. And you need to know, when I read it out loud on Wednesday at 2 o'clock off the top of the show, the text started coming in right away, Jacques. People were so relieved and so happy to hear.
That's the, I don't know, not a weird, but strange part. I mean, when all the changes came through and things were looking much better, I talked to all my friends and family about what was happening, and to call them back and say, look, things have finally been fixed. And, I'm no longer thinking about the assisted suicide. It was just very bizarre, happy but bizarre experience to go through. It's
I
things
bet.
can change so quickly.
It's kind of your own near-death experience, right? Like
In a sense, yeah.
Yeah. Okay, so Jacques, take us back, to a bit of our conversation from Monday. You had been receiving care at home from the CLSC,
Yes.
because you are a quadriplegic, and they changed the way that they were caring for you, and your dignity was at stake.
Yes, they changed the system where how they decide who goes to your home for your services, and the people they were sending were no longer properly trained to do the treatment that I was getting, and as a result, it meant that I couldn't leave the house without risking having an accident in my pants and smelling up the room where I might be, and so that was something that could be happening any time, and so I just didn't see how I could live like that. I mean, I've been a very active person. I've worked all my life full time. I've traveled and so on, and to suddenly be stuck at home because you don't want to embarrass yourself, it was just such a huge difference. And the fixes were easy for them, but for some reason the CLSC management in this area just decided, no, we're not going to bother fixing it. That's just the way it's going to be for you.
And they just thought that, well, too bad, you'll have to accept that. This is what we can offer.
Exactly.
Tell us a little bit about what it was like for you to come to that decision, Jacques, where you were like, no, I can't go on like this.
Well, I mean, it's such a intense situation. I never thought that I would come to that point in my life. Never. But then, so one morning I woke up and I thought, every morning I wake up wondering what's going to happen today. Is it going to get any better? Is it going to get any worse? And the possibility of fixing it was so simple, yet they were just saying, no, we're not going to fix it. And the frustration, despite everything I'd done to try and make them realize the importance of it, I contacted several associations. They weren't changing their mind. And it was just like, well, there's no solution. And so at that moment I figured, assisted death was the only thing that could give me any light at the end of the tunnel, if you want to put it that way. It was just, I didn't see any other choices.
I feel it's important to mention, too, as you said, you had a good quality of life prior to that. You've been in a wheelchair for, did you say 40 years, Jacques?
46.
46 years.
I can't believe it, yes.
Yeah.
But I went back to school. I got a couple of degrees. I've worked in some great jobs. I worked for 10 years as a peer mentor, helping people who are new to a spinal injury learn to adapt to that kind of a life. So, I've done it, seen it all, and it was just unbelievable spot to be found in. Yeah.
Yeah, and well, to be put in, actually, because you're not someone who didn't have a will to live. You wanted to live. You had a good quality of life. It's just it was suddenly in someone else's hands.
Exactly.
So this, so you put in a request for medical assistance in dying. You're fully intending to go ahead with that, despite, like you said, all your loved ones saying, please
Some of the
don't.
people were saying, people who didn't want to make the changes were saying, oh, just doing it as a way of pushing what he wants in front of us. And I said, no, this is my choice. This is what's going to happen. This is not just a matter of trying to bully you into making a different decision. This is what I'm going to do.
And so what has changed now, Jacques? You got written confirmation of a promise to improve things. Have things improved? Where are we at?
Yes. I went to one level above the CLSC, and they said, basically, what the hell are they doing? And within a day, they had been convinced to change things. They have given me a list of 6 people who will be coming to do these services, people that I've had experienced with in the past that I know can do the job properly, who are friendly, who are people I like. I know they're future spouses, and so on. And they put that in writing as well. And this is my next week's going to be my second week where I'm seeing only the people that should be coming to do the service. So it's taken care of. It's such a simple thing to change your life so much, but it's taken care of.
How are you feeling about it all, Jacques?
Confused. I'm thrilled that it's fixed.
Oh, yeah.
But like I said, again, to go through your mind from, a week ago, I was thinking, I'm planning for my test, and I'm trying to get my family around it, my friends around it, and trying to explain it, to suddenly, okay, everything's fixed, and I'm back to where I was before. It's a bizarre thing.
I mean, I'm saying we have a happy ending here. We have a happy ending here because you're going to get the care that you need, and because you no longer want your life to end.
Right.
But are you left? I mean, obviously, you must have been very shaken up by all of this. And are you left with that kind of feeling that somehow your well-being is in someone else's hands?
I'm worried about the future because with the lack of personnel for the healthcare industry, it's going to get worse eventually. I'm also bothered the fact that this could happen to somebody. And again, having worked for 10 years as a peer counselor, I'm getting involved with some other people as well to fight this whole thing. That all the CLSCs have issues like that in similar nature, if not exactly as bad as mine was. And that's just not fair. I mean, I think of people who are suddenly disabled, like me 46 years ago, if I was told this is what it's going to be like in 5 years, how do you adjust to that? It's not appropriate. And so the healthcare system needs to be working properly for everybody who has a right to have the service. And so we've got to work on that. So I'm not leaving the whole issue behind. I'm just taking a different approach, a different spot in it to help get things fixed.
What it tells me, and what I hope it tells other people too, is that you have to be your own advocate. You can't just say, okay, I accept this. You have to fight.
Very much.
Yeah.
In all my 46 years, I can't tell you how many times I've had to play that role. It's just that they don't understand. And if you don't say anything, that's it. But you have to make sure you fight for what you know is right. And most of the times you get things fixed. And so there you go.
I'm so glad that you were your own advocate. You continue to be your own advocate. And I think that makes it easier for others to be their own advocates too and know to not give up. Jacques, thank you so much. And know the
support for them too as well.
Pardon me?
And know that there is support for you out there as well.
Indeed, there is support for you. Jacques, I'm wishing you all the best, and I hope this is not the last time we speak.
Take care. Have a happy Thanksgiving. And thank
you
guys, both you and Aaron, for taking this issue to task.
Okay, I'll make sure he knows as well, Jacques. Thank you so much. That is Jacques Comeau, a retired art therapist. He's from right here in Montreal. He's quadriplegic. He uses a wheelchair, and he now has confirmation that he will receive the care that he needs at home. It is 3:30. Let's get you to your news here on CJAD 800. On the other side, who should be the new minister for Anglos?